Well, the Nashville Ballet is telling stories of the human spirit. It's all part of their Attitude series, returning to TPAC.
Yes, this isn't just dance. There's a deep emotional connection and can challenge and inspire the audience too. We are here with our friend Nick, the ballet's artistic director. We love having you on set.
So appreciate being here once again. Thank you all so much.
This is unlike any other performance we've ever talked about here on our set, and I'm so excited about it. Erase the Night. Tell us what we can expect. This is a really emotional production.
Absolutely it is, and I think it's one that can resonate across multiple communities, right? So it's a story of a young woman's battle with addiction, and we chose to use alcohol in this particular instance where she's struggling. Her family life sort of falls apart, her love life falls apart. She experiences going through withdrawals, and we create that scene inside of a very busy street scene, and I think it really starts to capture the emotions of what we see so many people going through on our city streets or in our families or in our homes, and we just don't really talk about it. And so there was such a wonderful opportunity, I thought, to try and tackle this. We're really grateful the NEA came through with a big grant to help support and underwrite it, which meant we also got to go out into the community. And we've had 2 different community conversations, and we're going to have a 3rd one as well on April 23rd to share with people what resources are available when they're dealing with addiction.
Oh, I love that. And I know that this was a production that was especially important for you to share. And if you don't mind sharing with our audience a little bit about your story.
Sure. So I'm now 9 years, 362 days sober. So on Sunday, I believe I turned 10 years old with my recovery, which is something to me that I'm very, very proud of personally. But at the same time, the experience 10 years ago for me was isolating. Made me feel alone. It made me feel like I didn't have an opportunity, or there was no place to connect and there was no one to talk to. So when I found myself honestly going to the hospital because I was suffering from massive panic attacks and going through all of these different things that were happening in my life, the nurse asked me, because they couldn't find anything wrong with me, is there anything else you want to tell us? And I was like, well, yeah, I'm an alcoholic. And she turned to me and she said, you're not alone. Let me go and find you some help right now. And they got me checked into a clinic, and they got me some help, so I was able to go through my detox period, and that started me on this journey. And one of my first meetings that I went to as part of this, I went in and I had about 5 days of sobriety. And the people there had 10, 20 years. They were really, really good at this. And I shared my story with them, and I was like, I only have 5 days. And they turned to me and they said, you know, don't ever say something like that. And I was like, oh, geez, I'm so sorry. I've broken the rules. And he said, no, but how do you think you get to 10 years? How do you think you get to 20 years? It's each day gets stacked on one another, and you're always just trying to make the next day a little bit better than the last, so that your next bad day's better than your last bad day. And that's how you know you're on an upward trajectory on this. And so that was life-changing for me. And so I really wanted to create a production that duplicated that sensation, that feeling, that moment of relief with other people.
Well, they do say art is healing, and I'm sure it was very healing for you to put this together. We need to hear more about the sets, the costumes, the details.
So, obviously driven by my own story, but I really wanted to work with medical professionals and others in the space who had this opportunity to take a look at the narrative and to craft it so that it's not Nick's story. It's not about me. It's something that experience has driven me to get to, but I wanted to make sure we crafted a narrative that felt more universal. And in sharing this, I've worked with a brand new set designer who's put in these really large pieces of walls that can actually move on stage, and then we've got a brand new set of projections that are going to change the set for all of us. As like an artist, I'm really, really kind of obsessed with this idea of forced perspective. So the proscenium and the stage come together and create different shapes. And when I talked a little bit about someone going through delirium tremens and dealing with these different ideas of hallucinations when you go through your withdrawals, my costume designers and my lighting designer, they like jumped in on this. And so we're bringing all of these really, really fantastic moments to life inside of a story, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, I can tell you're so excited and so passionate. He is the testament to life on the other side. Congrats early on 10 years.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us.
Really appreciate it.
And you guys aren't alone.
Yes,
remember that.
Thank you so much. Everyone step into the world of Nashville Ballet's Attitude series at nashvilleballet.com.